Hello, welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me. And today I'm going to do a video about what it takes to film what I do and being outside and all the things that go into it. So if you can hear, right now there's a tractor going on, there's an aeroplane, and very often there's the noise of this chicken shed. And some days this is just here. If I was to go higher up, or even if, I mean the wind is blowing this way, but the noise of that is coming over, I can hear the motorway. So to get nature sounds that I get, because all the sounds you hear on my videos are sounds that I've recorded, but to get nature sounds without anything else takes a lot of patience, and I don't overflow with that. And what I will do is I will show you one day when it's a little bit quieter, because you can't hear for the wind, but I'll show you probably here what it's like filming and not wanting any aeroplanes. Now there are nicer sounds, like the sounds of the horses that you might hear, but earlier I was trying to film some leaves and just get the leaves sounds and the sounds of my feet rustling through the leaves, and this happened. Now for example, when I'm filming here, which as you can see is a beautiful woodland in autumn. Can you hear the waterfall? You'll often hear that. What I think sometimes is it sounds like traffic or something, and then I realise it isn't. But while I film this, let's just see how long it takes before an aeroplane goes over. There are a few points in the morning when it goes a little bit quiet and I can get, well, once I got 6 minutes without a plane, but that's rare. But yeah, that's my main issue here, especially if I'm trying to film some nature bits. And on my Woodland Temple channel, if I'm trying to get just the woods. And talking of that, I mean, look at that there. Let's zoom you in. That's an example of how field maples go. There's another one there, look, kind of joined together, but I have filmed them. That looks like an animal's been at it. Anyway, so that's me sidetracking. Well, often when I'm recording, there's a plane. Can you hear it? I can hear the waterfall and I can hear a plane over that way. Anyway, oh yeah, busy badger today. Yes, often when I go out to film, sometimes I just go out and happen to take my camera and end up filming. I find that I don't just film one video. I don't know if other people do this, but like, for example, today I've done 3 that I can think of, plus I've done bits for other ones, including this. So if I go out for a walk, for example, I may film six videos, as I did the other day. I went for a walk. I had a mission, but I kind of, on the way, I discovered stuff. I went, while I'm here, I'm going to film this, because this is my mantra. There is only one chance. Don't ever think that you'll get another chance. Because, for example, one day I went to the woods and the fairy rings were incredible, the mushrooms. I thought, well, I'll go back, get some more footage. I went back 8 days later. No chance. They'd all been ruined one way or another. And if you've seen my garlic video, there was wild garlic. It was a sea of wild garlic like snow. The next year, no, nothing like it at all, and the wood over had been decimated because of loggers and money. So you don't get time, so don't ever wait, just do it. Yeah, another plane there. So that's an example. That's kind of what I do when I'm filming. I get sidetracked, or I see something that you know, I see a tree to do a good study of, or something like that. There, can you hear all that noise? There's a plane. There's another one over there. There's a whole load of noise from over there, which I can't work out because we're a wood and a field away from a minor road. But if I'm filming a bit and I've just done a minute or a couple of minutes of panning down a river or panning down a tree, and then suddenly a plane comes, or I'm doing a walk through a wood that I'm not narrating, it can get really annoying. And some of the language I use couldn't be repeated. Oh yeah, there's more over there, can you hear it? That was a very good example there. Some days it's like that. Other days I can hear the road over there if the wind's blowing right. Luckily, I mean, there's a motorway quite a few miles over that way that can be heard sometimes. Over that way, there's an airfield. So it's not without its challenges, I'll tell you. Really not without its challenges. And like today, I was going to go and have a walk through those woods, but listen, there's a strimmer going on over there, there's hedge cutting behind, not hedge cutting, tree surgery going on, and there's a landscaper working. And if I was to go in there, there you go, tree cutting. I'd have to, and there's a generator as well from someone else. That's what I have to contend with. And so when I said the other day in one of my videos about audio manipulation, that's kind of it. There you go, chainsaw and generator. All different people. Now if you listen, can you hear what sounds like planes? Well, I don't think it is. I think that's the wind blowing through these trees and the wind going across the hill over there. Because when the trees have stopped moving, that sound stops. I've noticed it before on some of my videos in the woods. In the woods. This isn't a wood, this is an arboretum. That means it's got special trees, as well as your general purpose, run-of-the-mill trees. I've just filmed that, but I've had to kneel on that slope avoiding that fern and avoiding having that bashing on me in order to get the shot and the angle. Just an example of one of the many issues that I had no idea I'd be battling with to make videos. So that's some of the filming and some of the issues involved in filming. Now, the other issue is that because this is a truth that I will keep saying because I've seen it so many times. You only get one chance. One. So just do it. Because it won't be there to do tomorrow or the next day or a week or a month, you know. But yeah, so if I've got sounds of people, lorries, some alarm beeping off or an airplane going over or something, then I've got to try and, if I can't reshoot, then I have to edit that out. And of course, that makes editing far more complicated. So pretty much, it probably takes me 2 hours at least, minimum, to edit a video. So anything between 2 and 8 hours is the length of time it takes. Pretty much average, if I don't have to mess around with sound and bits of clips that have been disturbed by people, then it's probably anything from like 2 to 4 hours is an average. But if I have to mess about, it can be 6 to 8 easily. And then there's the rendering, which can, depending on the length of your video, as anyone who makes videos will tell you, it takes 2 to 3 hours really. If there's a 10 to 15 minute video, it's 2 to 3 hours of waiting for it to render. And then you've got to do thumbnails and then there's the uploading and all the stuff. So yeah, it takes a lot of work, which can be quite difficult when I get home and I'm absolutely wiped out from digging all day, for example, or moving leaves up a hill all day. So, you know, I really appreciate it. Anyone who watches and gives me some good feedback or enjoys it, or, you know, thanks. There's a lot that goes into this. I have a list of over 100 videos that I want to film. I've probably filmed over 100 that I've still to edit, because whatever I do, I'm always prolific, which is a bit of a pain. But sometimes it can be a bit of a difficult one, because when you have so many ideas, and you know, if anyone can relate to this, leave a comment, because it's nice to have some support. When you've got loads of ideas but also you haven't got the time to do them, it can be really frustrating. Time or energy. But also sometimes you can have so many ideas that you can't work out which one to do, and so you end up rabbit in the headlights, you know. Yeah, so if I don't add any more now, then I think that's pretty much it I can think of. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Ta-ra.